Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj, and back to more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It's a build video this time, so let's just skip right to the chase. As most of you guys know, I'll just put text at the bottom of the screen telling you how far you need to skip if you don't care for the build. So if you don't, then skip. If you do, then stick around. Now, obviously we'll start with the first presets and we'll go down the way. Actually, before we check for presets, I should have showed you guys my attributes, because these are the attributes. There you go. These are the things I always had in the thumbnails. Now, I'm gonna explain my reasonings for these why again. So sorry if the video gets a bit long. But health almost doesn't matter in this game, which is why it's so low, because most people just kill another person in one stamina break, regardless of how much HP they have, because everyone's got 125 in some form of damage. So most likely that's what's gonna happen. So I only have a moderate amount of health because this is enough for me. Key at 0 because key is not actually necessary in this game. You could seriously just run a 0 key complete basic attack build and then put 125 into health, stamina, and basic attack. I don't know. You can do what you like. But you really don't need key in this game. Unlike basic attack, strikes and key supers are completely optional. So again, yeah, 0 key. 42 in stamina, because 42 in stamina guarantees at least 1 extra bar of stamina. Stamina does go up in 42 the same way with key bars. So if you want 1 bar of key, that's 42. 1 bar of stamina is 42. If you want 2 bars of stamina, that's 84, and so on and so forth. So again, that depends on how much you want to put in, but I only put in 1 extra bar because my QQ bang, just like with my key as well, is going to carry what I'm missing. So I only need 1 extra bar of stamina. I'm not one of those weirds like, give me infinite stamina junkies, give me 9 bars of stamina, give me 12 bars of stamina. I'm not one of those guys. This is enough for me. This is fine. 125 in basic, because obviously as a male Saiyan, you do the single highest basic attack in the game. Obviously you don't have the highest damage per second. That goes to male Earthlings. Their combos are way faster, so they do their damage faster as well. Just makes sense. But as a male Saiyan, yeah, having a lot of basic attack matters as well. Especially because once you transform, you'll lose ki gain, so you'll be basic attacking way more. So you at least want it to do damage, right? You're not like the other races. Your ki is actually affected by a transformation. So please, 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 I would recommend for every male Saiyan basically to just have max basic attack. If you want to get your basic attack or any stat to 125, you have to do a certain amount of missions for Guru. And then I don't remember when, because it's been like years since I've done it. But he'll give you a power up that lets you access the 125 bracket, because you'll be stuck at 100 until you do enough missions for Guru. Then you can go to 125. So again, I recommend every male Saiyan should have max basic. If you don't want to, that's fine. But it's you kind of need it, especially if you're going to transform at all. So it is what it is. Strike supers I put at 30. It's just so I have anything in strike super to be general. As a max weight Saiyan, because my character is max weight and max height. So being max height gives me extra HP, and being max weight gives me extra basic attack and strike supers, but lowers my ki. So again, as a max weight Saiyan, I don't need to put that much in strike. I just put 30 in. That's fine enough for me. I just want my strikes to do damage. I don't play the game to win. I really just play them so I could do what I want. So yeah, I put something in strike. I know I don't use that many strikes, but I just want to use them. I want to use them when I feel like it. So 30 in strike, that's enough for me. And 125 in ki blast, because again, this game has so many goddamn ki blasts. I feel like 125 ki blast is worth it if you just want to try them all and just mix things up, have fun. So I put 125 in ki blast, so that way my ki blast supers do extra damage, like extra damage. Especially because I use the Kamehameha Super Soul a lot on this character, and with Kamehameha as well, naturally. I use a lot of ki blasts, like Soul Punisher, Super Kamehameha. This Gigantic Breaker used to be a ki blast, like the second part of it was, now it's not anymore. I don't know why they would do that, that's dumb. So yeah, that's all it is for the attribute points, and now for real, we're gonna go to the presets. So the first presets I use are actually legend presets, that's how I call them. They're old presets. I only just have them here for nostalgia, really. They're kind of outdated, and you can kind of just watch the last build video if you wanna, see what they're like. A link to that will be in the description. So the first preset is, again, it's just standard Breath of the preset. A good strike move, which is Savage Strike. It's a godly strike move. Not only can you use it from close range like every other strike move, but it's also an instantaneous long-range form of attack. So yeah, why would you just not have it on? Especially because they buffed the second input of Savage Strike. Now it's just like God tier. Kamehameha is also an amazing super attack. It's a nice beam super. You can use it whenever you want. A knockback, it didn't have any combo. Just whenever you want. It's really good. It'll connect most of the times, and even the recovery is quite fast. So even if you mess up, there's a good chance you'll still be safe. After Image is another great move. I don't key cancel at all, like ever. I barely XY cancel too. By barely, I mean like, literally barely. The most I do is probably in this video. So I have After Image on just to escape stuff like that. Now I don't use After Image. I just don't even care to have the move like take up an extra slot. I just rely on Vanishing to dodge attacks instead. So yeah, After Image is there. Maximum charge for obvious reasons. Soul Punisher because it's a great damage 5-bar super. I mean, all 5-bar supers are great. They're all god tier for damage. But Soul Punisher, in my opinion, is one of the best because of its speed. While it doesn't have much stun time, it is really quick. You can just do a hard knockdown and vanish and do it. Or you can go for a fancy like back hit Soul Punisher. I always go for the back hit Soul Punisher when I can. I just think it looks cooler. Super Kamehameha is a god tier super. It's literally like one of the best ultimates in the game by far. No questions asked. It's super quick, super reliable, super consistent, always works. You can even get off 2 in 1 stamina break, making it do more damage than most 5-bar supers or 5-bar ultimates. So yeah, obviously. Spirit Explosion is amazing because yeah, it's an evasive that costs 2 bars now. Why is it not going to be amazing? The second priest is also another legend priest. I did change the super soul on it to Overhear You Idiot because it doesn't have After Image, so I will need the like extra stamina recovery on Vanish. But it's mostly a preset based on Super Saiyan Blue Goku. It has God Shock Flash and Burst Kamehameha just because I think they're cool moves. Maximum Charge is nice, and Meteor Crash actually had on this way before they buffed Meteor Crash to be unvanishable and do extra damage. I just had Meteor Crash on because I was like, hey, it's a reliable super attack, does a lot of damage kind of quickly. So yeah, just leave it on. Warp Kamehameha is just a faster Super Kamehameha. And I think Warp Kamehameha also does way more damage than Super Kamehameha as well. It's just that it costs 1 extra bar of key, and that 1 extra bar does matter a ton. And if it lags, then Warp Kamehameha will even miss on an enemy that isn't moving. So that's kind of the issue with it, so you don't see me use it like at all. And I have 2% blue on this preset because it's like, hey, I have extra stamina recovery plus the Gohan Super Soul, so I get even faster stamina recovery when I vanish as a Super Saiyan Blue. That's a godly combination. You should seriously try it out. This is a more recent preset, not a legend preset, but maybe a preset I would say is about maybe a year old or so. It's got Savage Strike and Kamehameha just like the original, but the only difference is that I've added Gigantic Breaker rather than After Image. Gigantic Breaker is just another really amazing long-range strike super. You could combo it with Savage Strike super well, or you can use Kamehameha after landing Gigantic Breaker. A Gigantic Breaker is never worth taking. Everyone vanishes from it, so if you have a lot of stamina and your enemy doesn't have a lot of stamina, maybe they're on the last 2 bars, just throw a Gigantic Breaker. They will not agree to take the move because it does so much damage and it combos. So Gigantic Breaker is sort of a good combo move to put on. This preset is actually a raid preset. It's just generic clothing on a raid preset. That's it. So the raid preset. Divine Kamehameha whenever they use Marbling Drop, because that is a key blast. Or whenever you're fighting a Great Ape, they'll shoot like an energy beam. Or if it's a raid boss using any of its other moves, like certain raid bosses have like pure invincibility when they're doing ultimate attacks. Or some supers, so you can just like Divine Kamehameha that to break the super armor. Spirit Bomb is, of course, it's a god tier raid move. It's even a god tier standard move. You can actually use Spirit Bomb in PvP and it still works really, really well. But on raids, it's extra amazing. Super God to block stuff in case if I don't have enough key to just use Divine Kamehameha. Or if it's something like Peeler Storm, which you can't Divine Kamehameha. So yeah, just Super God to protect myself there. Ultimate Charge because it's the best charge for raids. 100 times Big Bang because the move is super god tier. Because the way they changed it, I'll have to make another Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta video to really show you. But they changed the move. It's super god tier now and it was already good to begin with. So yeah, Super Kamehameha again, standard, quick, fast, good for raids, usual. Super Vegeta because Super Saiyan Blue drains ki. And I know people say, oh, but Evolution does so much more damage and yada yada yada. It drains ki to such a point where I'd rather just do the extra ultimate attack than stay in the transformation. Because like yeah, charging up while you have Super Saiyan Blue and Evolution on, it makes the charging slower as well. It's like really annoying. I'd rather not. And Spread Short Retreat is actually not the evasive I would recommend for a raid. I would actually recommend something like the Oob evasive because it breaks stamina on hit. Or I would just say put something on like Vanisher Guard or Spirit Explosion because it only costs 2 bars a key. I think it has special retreat on for a certain raid boss, but I don't remember who it was now. But I'd recommend any of the other 3 evasives, which is the Oob one, which is, I don't know what's called, Barrier or something, it's the last one. Spirit Explosion, which is Goku's one, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's one, which is Vanisher God. And obviously, this is the ultimate Tenkaichi preset. Most people just know this character as Hero. I also called him Hero when I was doing the playthrough. So this is an Elphys, or Elpis. This is Hero, alright? You know the guy, the Goddess of Victory, favors the handsome guy. He's also the maniac who keeps claiming he'll show you his true power every single time he transforms. And I based my moves on what I used near the end of that playthrough. So Spirit Stab is Spirit Sword. Big Bang Kamehameha, because I really abused Big Bang Kamehameha at the end of the playthrough to just get through everything. Kaioken Assault, because Kaioken was super cheap in Ultimate Tenkaichi. And to be fair enough, Xenoverse 2 made it pretty cheap here. Not that Kaioken Assault was the cheapest move ever, but it's easily, by far, one of the best strike supers. And no one, like barely anyone used it. Even though it's by far one of the best strike supers now. Which is absurd. It's completely unvanishable on the second input. You have to use an evasive. It does even more damage. I guess it drains health on the second input now, but that barely matters when you see like the damage it does. It's crazy. And the first input is just like guaranteed like combo anything, so that's god tier. Yeah, that's it. Maximum charge, because you gotta have at least one charge move. It's a Dragon Ball Z game. I wish you could just charge without the charge move, but whatever. And Kaioken times 20 Kamehameha and Final Kamehameha, because I used those both on Hero as well. Near the end of the playthrough for Final Kamehameha, I think that was the last exact move I unlocked. And times 20 Kaioken Kamehameha was just always good for me. That move was always amazing. And just regular Super Saiyan, because Hero couldn't go like blue. He couldn't even go Super Saiyan 3. So yeah, I just tried to go regular Super Saiyan when this is on. And this is, well, this is the preset I really just call like the final battle preset, because it's like, it's not like a tryhard preset per se. It's just like going all out in a sense. You know what I mean? I just have a bunch of moves where the character just punches you really, really hard. Soul Punisher is just my favorite. That's why it's there. So Gigantic Breaker again, amazing combo move. Savage Strike, amazing combo move and combo finisher move. Super Dragonfly is an amazing combo starter. And what I like to do is Super Dragonfly, Gigantic Breaker, and Savage Strike, because that combos deliciously. Of course, my character doesn't have the highest strike super stats, even less so because the QQ Bang I have on, while it is a level 6 QQ Bang, it doesn't have high strike. And I haven't messed around with the QQ Bangs that much on PS5, so you won't see like the most amazing stats. It's usually just 1 or 2 of the same QQ Bang, because I don't have like a bunch of QQ Bangs on PS5. And obviously, Meditation and Power Rush. Now, Meditation obviously takes up the place of Maximum Charge or After Image or any other move I'd have on, but that's fine because Meditation's been changed now. Instead of lasting super long, it gives you a crap ton of ki instead. Like, yeah, the old Meditation also gave you a crap ton of ki, but this Meditation gives you like all of the ki, like very, very, very quickly. So, Meditation and Power Rush is super frequent to land now. And Super Saiyan Blue evolved just in case I don't feel like using Meditation, or if I just need to do all of my damage right now. And this works even better with the Ultimate Final Battle Super Soul, because that Super Soul makes it so that everyone's attack, like literally even your enemies too, everyone's attack gets buffed by XXL. So this is like ultra god tier. I think it's even on the raids preset too, because on raids, if you have this on, when the time reaches a certain point, everyone on your team will get XXL damage buff, which is, you know, good because you want to beat the raid boss, right? You all want to get your raids damage and do something else with your life. So yeah, the raid boss will also get XXL damage buff, I believe, but this doesn't matter because they already kill you in like one hit. So I just, if you have 6 people just put this on in a raid, I'm pretty sure you could probably get your raids damage numbers up in like one run, because it's actually, it's broken. So I have it here as well, just because like, I don't care if the enemy gets a buff, I just want us to beat the hell out of each other. That's the whole point of this preset. And the last preset, which is the one I use the most, which is the, it's got the Kamehameha Super Soul, because I love that move. So I have 2 Kamehamehas in this preset, although the Super Soul only affects the regular one. Divine Kamehameha does not get the buff from it, so don't bother. But it affects the regular Kamehameha, and all that does is increase my strike super damage, which makes Soaring Fist do more damage. Soaring Fist is my only strike super, so yeah, I've got that on as well, because it's a good combo move, and a good combo ender move, because Soaring Fist is broken. So yeah, Soaring Fist is the only move that gets the buff from this, but because it's so good already, like, yeah, of course. And again, Soul Punisher and Super Kamehameha, because they're my go-to, they're my bread and butter, and just regular Super Saiyan, because I don't want to drain my ki, so just regular Super Saiyan. Okay, I think that build discussion part actually went on for about 10 minutes. I don't know how long that'll be when I cut it down. But that's basically everything. I did speak way longer this time than I do for normal build videos. So, pardon me and apologies on that, fellas. But I do hope that was insightful at the very least, because people always ask me what my opinions are in the game. Because a lot of people, well, I mean, a lot of people guess that I don't play cheap for a reason, which means I must know a bit more about the game if I, you know, if I play it like this. And yeah, I would say that. I don't rely on really broken stuff or key cancelling and stuff like that to win. So I think I have a better grasp on why things would be used or when you should use them. So I guess that's why people keep asking for build videos. Even if I gave you all my builds already, to be fair, new DLCs have come out, more builds can also happen. So fair enough, yeah, new build. And I think that's it. I've taken you guys time long enough just talking, and now we'll go straight to the fights. So this is the end of me speaking. Love you all, and see you in the battles.
Learn when to quit! Ha ha ha! カメハメ